Section 1. The Great Boil-Off. Can magnets beat fire? The timer starts now. On my left, a screaming hot jet of blue flame. On my right, a silent, sleek black surface. Two heavyweight kitchen champions, face to face. This is more than just a simple test. It's a showdown. Raw, ancient fire. And cutting-edge, invisible magnetism. Which one is actually faster? The roaring pro-style gas range that chefs have sworn by for generations? Or the futuristic induction cooktop that promises instantaneous heat? We're about to find out, with science as our referee. Forget everything you think you know about cooking. Forget the brand names. Forget the marketing hype. Forget the price tags. Today, we strip it all down to one single metric: the time it takes to bring a measured amount of water from a cold start to a full, raging, rolling boil. It's a test of pure power transfer. How efficiently can each technology dump energy into a pot of water? Our hypothesis is simple. We believe the induction cooktop will win the speed race. It doesn't waste energy heating the air around the pot. It turns the pot itself into the heat source. Before we can crown a winner, we need to lay down the law. A fair test requires a strict set of rules, and we have been meticulous about making this a level playing field. First, let's talk about our primary tool, the pot. We are using the exact same tri-ply stainless steel pot for every single test run. This is critical because different materials heat up at different rates. Using identical pots ensures that the only variable we are testing is the cooktop itself, not the cookware. This pot is also induction compatible, meaning it has a layer of magnetic material in its base, which is essential for the induction cooktop to even work. Next up is the water. For each trial, we are using precisely 2 liters of water, measured with a scientific-grade graduated cylinder. No guesswork here. We control the starting temperature. Using a digital thermometer, the water begins at exactly 68 degrees Fahrenheit, or 20 degrees Celsius. It removes any advantage from starting warmer. It's about isolating raw heating performance. Now for the environment. Both cooktops are in the same room at the same ambient temperature, with no open windows and no fans. The gas range will be set to absolute highest the moment the pot sits on the grate. The induction will be set to boost or maximum power instantly. This is a drag race, a sprint from 0 to 100. The moment of truth has arrived. For our first trial, we placed the pot of 68-degree water onto the gas range's most powerful burner. With a satisfying whoosh, a corona of brilliant blue flame erupted, enveloping the bottom of the pot. We hit the stopwatch. For the first couple of minutes, not much seemed to happen beyond the roar of the gas. Then, we started to see tiny bubbles forming on the bottom. The sides of the pot became hot to the touch, a clear sign that a lot of heat was escaping into the air. The minutes ticked by, and finally, after what felt like an eternity, the water began to churn and bubble into a legitimate rolling boil. We stopped the clock. Next, it was the induction cooktop's turn. We placed the identical pot, filled with the same volume of 68-degree water, onto the largest heating element. We pressed the power button and cranked it to the max boost setting. The first thing we noticed was the silence. There was no roar, no visible flame, just a faint electronic hum. But within seconds, something almost magical started happening inside the pot. A strange, shimmering vibration appeared in the water, and tiny bubbles began streaming from the entire base of the pot almost instantly. It was a completely different phenomenon from the gas stove, where the heat had to slowly creep inward from the edges. The speed of the reaction was genuinely shocking. While the gas stove took its time, the induction cooktop was all business. The water went from still to simmering in what felt like a quarter of the time. The low hum intensified slightly as the power surged, and the water's surface began to heave and then violently erupt into a full rolling boil. The speed was so surprising that we almost missed the moment to stop the clock. We recorded the time and prepared to repeat the entire process to ensure this incredible result wasn't a fluke. We let both cooktops and pots cool down completely before starting the second and third rounds. The professional gas range, with its mighty 22,000 BTU burner, brought the 2 liters of water to a rolling boil in an average time of 8 minutes and 34 seconds. The times were very repeatable, with each trial falling within 5 seconds of the average. The induction cooktop, however, absolutely demolished that time. It brought the same amount of water to a rolling boil in an average time of just 4 minutes and 46 seconds. That's nearly twice as fast. Every single trial with the induction was consistently and significantly faster than the best time from the gas range. So, why did the induction cooktop win by such a massive margin? The answer isn't about power, it's about efficiency. Diagram: left, gas stove, arrows radiate away. Right, induction arrows go directly into the pot. Think of the gas stove like a bonfire. It burns natural gas to create a very hot flame. You place your pot over that flame. The fire heats the bottom by contact and convection, but a huge amount of that energy never makes it into the pot. It heats the grate, the air, and the sides, turning your kitchen into a sauna. Scientific studies show a typical gas stove is about 40% efficient. 4 in, 6 out as waste heat. That waste is why it takes over 8 minutes. Induction is different. A coil creates an oscillating magnetic field that induces eddy currents in the pot itself, generating heat inside the metal. It's amazingly efficient, roughly 85 to 90%, with very little waste heat. No open flame, and the glass barely warms, aside from residual heat. That's why it boils nearly twice as fast. When it comes to raw speed, the results are undeniable. Induction is the undisputed champion. It's faster, more efficient, more precise, and safer. If you found this deep dive into kitchen science as cool as I did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more experiments that pit old tech against new.